Good morning, people. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning. That's why I'm still in bed. Me? I'm FayWhat, and I'm going to help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's going to be a great week.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too? If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
The FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and we're live right now on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm also on demand, baby, anytime you want. It's Monday, April 8th, 2024. Let's kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed for some conversation. What the hell did you think I was talking about? I have no idea what to do with a boy in bed anymore, but if I did know, this would be the guy that I would try it out with. Let me tell you, all right? Our first segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late, and this morning I'm joined by my gay guy pal, Jonathan Casañas. He's a board member of Forward Miami. He's also one of the producers of Gay OUTshine Festival, the largest Latin diversity and inclusion festival in the nation, baby. Good morning, John, and welcome to FayWhat's Bed.
Well, good morning. If I thought this was just going to be a conversation, I wouldn't have come, honestly. What the hell am I doing here?
I'm sorry. I heard you have a very large schlong, but again, I haven't touched one in a very long time, and I wouldn't know what
it won't choke you, but it'll give you a mouthful. That's for sure.
I love it. But I mean, does it even exist if it's not a mouthful?
No, it does not. Oh, that's so sad.
I know, but you don't have to worry about
How
that.
big is yours, though? I heard yours was pretty
The
big.
one in my drawer, depends on which one, because like on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I go for like the 5 to 7 inch one. Right?
Yeah,
about
that's
here.
comfy.
And that's like a comfy kind of size. No one's hurting nobody, blah, blah, blah. Maybe my wife had a tough day, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then when it's like weekend, salimos, sacamos el negro grande, ¿verdad?
For sure, of course.
We bring out the big black one that's like,
Yeah, you don't want to tear yourself every day.
No.
It's a weekend event.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like on Sunday, if I walk a little crooked, no importa. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's Sunday. It's the day of the Lord. You know?
Of the Lord. May you be walking crooked on this day.
May you be walking crooked on this day. That's the kind of sermon they should be having.
For real.
Right? Like,
That's my church that I go to.
that's my church right there. Oh my God. Well, folks, you know, you're in store for an interesting show today. You know, having two Latinos in bed like this, anything could freaking happen. So let's talk about Kikis. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do
Okay,
it.
let's get this started. So first, RuPaul's Drag Race never fails to deliver. And the recent episode of season 16 gifted us with a meme-worthy moment. If you've been scrolling through queer social media lately, you've probably seen the phrase, "Mama, kudos for saying that, for spilling," popping up everywhere. It all started when Queens Q and Plain Jane were tasked with presenting a seminar on drag herstory. During their prep, Q bravely shared her story journey as an HIV positive individual, prompting Plain Jane's memorable response. And just like that, a new Drag Race meme was born. Mama, kudos for saying that, for spilling. What are we all talking about? Did you see these memes?
Did I see these memes? Like, Chris will not shut the fuck up about it. He says
Chris is his fiance, okay?
Yeah,
and he's gorgeous.
My fiance does not shut the fuck up. It's like, I'm like, do you want coffee? He's like, kudos for spilling. I'm like, yes. I'm like, dude, it is a huge thing in my house. It's a huge thing amongst my friends, and I really want it to go away. I really do.
I really want to go. That was like 3 episodes ago. Like, can it please go away? And we're still talking about that.
I do live for it. I think because it was Plain Jane's just an awkward way to deliver, like, thank you for giving me your experience, because it is a really tough one to hear, especially nowadays, where it was like 2 years ago, you got the HIV positive status. And so everyone was kind of shocked that in this day and age, you're getting it so late. Yeah. You know what I mean? In this game where you should be on PrEP and stuff. So the kudos for spilling is a weird way to respond to a friend who had just confessed that their status is positive.
Right. And then it goes like worldwide. Like, just like, and then, there's always those kids that have no idea what the hell it means, but they're saying it, right? Like, kudos for spilling, and it's like, shut
Kudos,
the fuck
Fat
up.
Mama, for spilling. I'm going to use it now throughout the whole episode.
Please don't. Next, there's been quite the buzz lately about a supposed reboot of the beloved sitcom The Golden Girls. The viral poster making the rounds features comedy queens Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Lisa Kudrow, and Maya Rudolph, who I loved, all decked out in Golden Girls garb. But hold on, because as much as we wish it were true, this reboot isn't actually happening. The poster was just a cheeky Photoshop job from a parody page on Facebook. I think it was done by some kind of AI. And now the LGBTQ plus Golden Girls fandom is feeling the heartache. No Golden Girls reboot. I'm heartbroken. What are we all talking about?
I'm not heartbroken. I'm a very classic guy. I'm very traditional. I literally watched 10 episodes of Golden Girls last night. Like, I am a huge fan. And also fuck AI, for doing this to us and making us feel like there was going to be a new Golden Girls. But I just don't think you can match the old Golden Girls. So stop trying it. All the reboots and all the new stuff always fails anyway.
Yes.
Don't ruin my Golden Girls, because I will come at you.
Listen, what he said, right? Like, I saw the other day that there's a movie, and I know it's been out for a little bit, so don't, eat me for it, okay? Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You can't fucking redo that movie. And I get it. You can't get more white than Brad Pitt and Angelina, right? But it was their movie, you know what I mean?
Okay. I know I say that, reboots suck. This new Mr. and Mrs. Smith was pretty good.
Are you serious?
It was pretty good, man.
Of all the ones that I can talk about, and you're saying that it was pretty good.
I know. I feel like a hypocrite. Actually, it was really good, man. The action was fun. The dynamic in the relationships were super, super fun. And a lot of times you were confused because you didn't know, who was a spy and who wasn't. And then they ended up fighting and fucking and fighting and fucking, and then they build a relationship, they fall in love, but then they hate each other. It's just like the movie, but it's just split out in 8 episodes, so it's so much more fun. I don't know. I liked it.
Okay, but I didn't know it was 8 episodes, so maybe I'll give it a try.
Give it a shot. Maybe reboots aren't so bad, but Golden Girls now.
But Golden Girls ain't happening.
No.
I mean, it's like doing Happy Days again, which I think you probably wouldn't do because they didn't even have black friends. So I mean, how would that work?
Oh my God, Happy Days reboot?
I don't know.
Okay.
If you're going Golden Girls, couldn't you go Happy Days?
I mean, you could, but it would.
Fonzie, what's his name? Winkler. He's 104. I don't think he could come back and do anything.
Oh, you mean with the same cast now? I think everyone's
we
dead.
have to go dig them out of the graves for them to do that reboot.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, maybe.
No,
I mean,
give it a shot.
Listen, there's no more. My wife is constantly screaming at the TV every time there's a new reboot, saying there's no original content.
Yeah.
You guys are stealing all the shit I grew up with.
But look, it happens with music too, right? Everything sounds the same, but they just tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
So everything is sampled. All the kind of music you know now, there was some beautiful black woman singing it 60 years ago that you just stole it from. So I'm okay. I don't care.
But some of your music, for example, because he's also a singer and he's amazing. Please go find his music on Spotify, etc. And so there's always a sample track. Not always, but one of my favorite songs that you sing, there's a sample track underneath it.
Yes.
And that was why it became my favorite song, was because I related to that and it took me back to that song.
Yeah.
And it made me want to sit through your song initially more.
Yeah, I think you're the only one that likes that song, which is funny.
Everybody else hates it.
No, I just think you're the only one that talks about it, which is why I love to talk to you about it.
Well, because when it comes up, I'll take a picture and send it to him because I'm excited for him, and he's like, "You're the only one who does."
No one champions my music like you do, so I want to be on the show every week, please.
I love you, Papi.
I love you too.
Look him up on Spotify. All right.
Yes.
Next, in a heartfelt speech while accepting a Vanguard Award from GLAAD, Oprah Winfrey opened up about her late brother Jeffrey, who passed away from AIDS 35 years ago at the age of 29. She expressed regret that at the time they lacked the understanding and language to discuss sexuality openly. Oprah wished her brother could have experienced today's more accepting times. She also highlighted how her show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, tackled AIDS misinformation during the crisis, including holding a town hall in a town affected by fear and misinformation. Watch this.
35 years ago, my brother Jeffrey Lee passed away when he was just 29 years old from AIDS. Growing up at the time we did, in the community that we didn't have the language to understand or to speak about sexuality and gender in the way that we do now. And at the time, I really didn't know how deeply my brother internalized the shame that he felt about being gay. I wish he could have lived to have witnessed these liberated times and to be here with me tonight. All the years of the Oprah show for me were about sharing stories that actually helped people be more of their authentic selves. And I know that that is the truest form of what it means to be free, to have personal freedom, to be able to fully be who you are, to have the truest expression of yourself as a human being.
Oprah accepts the GLAAD Award with emotional story about her brother. What are we all talking about? So, John, I got a couple of things on this, okay?
Yeah.
First, she looks amazing.
Sure.
Semaglutide works. Okay, let's start there. Second of all, I had no idea she had a gay brother who died from AIDS, right? And I'm such an asshole that instead of saying, oh my God, look, she had a brother that was part of our community, I feel bad. Instead of saying that, I'm saying you're trying to deviate from the fact that you a big lesbian and you don't want to talk about it. Is that wrong?
Shit, I wasn't really thinking about that. No, I was with you until the lesbian thing because I didn't know she had a gay brother. And has she ever spoken about it? Is this the first time? Am I ignorant?
No, you're not.
Because as a gay man, I think I would know if Oprah had a gay brother. So yeah, it feels a little weird. It feels like a I don't want to say
now? Like, why now?
Yeah, why now? Why not you?
Because I'm skinny. Because I'm skinny.
But now that you said that, it's like, why not you, bitch? Why didn't you talk about you?
Okay. I mean, again, come on. Her and what's her woman's name? ¿Cómo se llama la señora? Gail. Come on. Her and Gail, when they be going on vacation, that shit is hysterical.
I mean, I think women are a little relaxed and flexible with stuff like that. Like, boys can't go out and do weird shit with each other. Like women can. Like women can kiss and no one will bat an eye,
yes.
right?
And we've been made to go to the bathroom holding hands with a girl since we were kids. It's just something that's always been part of your nature.
Yeah, I just think it is weird that it's coming out now. I think the timing is interesting. I don't care. I don't want to out her, right? I don't want to push her to saying things that maybe she's not comfortable with or maybe that are not even true because you can't really tell. But I find it really odd as an activist that she is that you are talking about it now. Where was your support when AIDS was a really huge problem? Even it's still a big problem now, but when it was a big fucking problem, man, we could have used your support. We could have said, man, look, we're fine. Like we have support from Oprah.
From freaking Oprah.
Yeah.
Like when you say Oprah, when you say the big O, like people stop and respect and listen,
Yes.
So maybe not during the 80s and 90s, John, because she was also trying to invent herself, right? She also had this little show in Chicago and was trying to make it a national kind of deal, But later, you know what I mean? Like nobody, when she was, you get a car, nobody can touch that bitch during that time.
For
she
sure.
She could have said anything and we would have had to support.
And she was having weird episodes about cheating and having open relationships and stuff. There was a good moment there where she probably could have emphasized that it's normal to have a gay lifestyle and that you can live having HIV. I think it would have been an opportunity for her. Sure. Should she receive a GLAAD award? Yeah. Should she have brought that up years ago? Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Next, while Madonna was rocking Celebration Tour, the real star of the show was Cosmo Lombino. Their video shows them going to catch Madonna live at the Kia Forum and then shelling hilarious truth bombs about how the big bucks it costed just to park miles away. Cosmo said, quote, I need an oxygen tank and a cigarette at the same time, end quote. Even the security gave them the boot for not having a clear bag. But don't fret. It's all in good fun as Cosmo cheekily demands, Madonna, what is going on? You owe me a t-shirt, bitch, and a lap dance, end quote. Watch this.
Oh my God, so we're here at the Madonna concert. Okay, here we are at Madonna. Okay, $80 to park the car 10 blocks away. So I just got my cardio. I need an oxygen tank and a cigarette at the same time. Then they say no bags. Now, is this a big bag, guys? Come on. It is. But these girls have little bags, and look, check them in, no bags. They said you have to have a clear bag. When was the last time you worked at Macy's, bitches? I can't. I just want to see Madonna.
Ask Madonna what's up. Like,
Madonna, what is going on? You owe me a t-shirt, bitch. And a lap dance. Yes. I'm excited.
Papa, you gotta stop smoking, Papa. Okay? Disgruntled Madonna fan has style and a story behind it. What are we all talking about? Oh my God, facts, right? It's
Straight
just facts.
Straight facts. I mean, I can't blame Madonna on the parking situation.
Yeah.
Because that's the venue. And I'm sure you've been there in other concert, situations. So
And it's not much. That's the price. I mean,
Yeah. And you're going to have to walk a bit because it's always a packed situation. And the parking in any city is kind of like subpar.
Mm-hmm.
But you will be waiting 2 hours to see this bitch.
Yeah.
So you may want to bring your own cigarettes and an oxygen tank. You're definitely not getting a t-shirt unless you're paying $200. So I don't like Madonna.
What?
I knew you were
Did you really say that on my show? Get this motherfucker out of my bed right now! How dare you? Are you serious?
Okay.
I need an oxygen tank.
I respect what she done for the community. But I think she's played out. I think she's trying hard. I think she should still try hard, right? And be a socialite and give people what they want. I just think that I wouldn't be paying the $80. And if I did, I'd probably turn the car back around and go home. But shout out for this video because it's hilarious. But homie, you should have known, dude.
Yeah, and listen, and again, if you're going to any of the Madonna concerts in the future, right, you can just go look on Instagram and see what other people went through, or on TikTok and see what they went through. There are some people that will tell you literally when to go pee.
Yeah.
Right? What time to get there, what you can bring, what you can't, because they've already been to the concert, right? So just get the facts straight. And that comes with Madonna. This ain't new. Her last 3 tours have been just like that too.
Yeah, and I also had a friend who went to her concert and had someone take them, like at a specific spot, and then pick them up later and pay them instead of an Uber, where you're for sure not going to get an Uber on your way out of there.
Oh,
it's
no.
gonna be stacked.
That part. And also, but even the Uber... The Uber doesn't even drop you off inside. It drops you off like 3 miles away. You still have to walk
So
all the way.
Prepare yourself for that one, but just get a friend to do it.
Yeah,
or maybe
pay
just
them.
just don't go to Madonna.
That's not an option, Jonathan. It's not an option.
Ugh.
Okay, if Madonna said to you, listen, for the next concert, I want to bring you up on stage, you'd be like, nah, I don't like you, Madonna, you're played.
Oh, no, I'm going up. No, I'm going out. I'm going to give me my tens, bitch.
Don't get it twisted, motherfucker. I'll bring my own sign. I'll bring my own 10. I got it ready already. Don't worry.
Call me.
Do you know that, Latinos, we use our hands a lot to talk, right?
Yeah.
But I noticed that you
need to stop.
vogue.
I need to stop.
But you vogue
Yes.
when you're talking. I go like this, and you're like, yeah. And
Yeah, I can have a whole ass conversation with you if you'd like. I don't need to,
I can't see, and he hates Madonna. Can you explain that to me?
Oh my God, because she didn't make voguing.
But she made,
It was appropriation.
Whoa, okay. Listen, don't get mad at me, ballroom, okay? Don't get mad at me. Would a Mr. Fred Thomas from freaking Idaho know about voguing if it wasn't for Madonna doing it?
Okay, but they didn't know about real Vogue. They knew about Vogue the dance, but there's like a whole culture, a ballroom scene culture that still was not brought to the limelight, and that's the shame of it because she just used it and dropped them. And a lot of the people that could have become famous, that could have an opportunity to be successful for 30 years to come, never did because she dropped them.
And a lot of them ended up being like drug addicts and died. No, it's fucked up. Yeah, no, because there's a documentary on some of the dancers because they're mostly from New York, and I was interested in the documentary.
Yeah, but I'm not going to blame Madonna for that part.
Well, no, of course not. But they say like she dropped us. Like they will admit like, oh, we were part of the tour, we were part of this whole revolution, bringing Vogue to the attention of people that had never seen it, and then she was done with us.
Yeah,
So it is.
I mean, to be honest, I'd probably be done with you too, but it's Madonna, so you may be a better person.
Motherfucker. Next, controversy stirred as TikTok creator Lexi Stout shared her recent first visit to a lesbian bar, Cubbyhole. Okay, so we're reintroducing this story because we told this story a couple months ago, and there's an update. All right, so she was there at the invitation of her lesbian friend. Things took a turn when a straight male friend briefly joined them at the bar. A bar patron confronted him, igniting debate over who belongs in the LGBTQ plus bars. Stout questioned such attitude. The online community swiftly responded, emphasizing such bars are safe havens for LGBTQ plus. Stout addressed this controversy during the Get Ready With Me video, in which she blamed the online queer community for mean comments and said she is not visiting a lesbian bar ever again. Watch this.
Friday night, I went to my first lesbian bar. I was about to go home early, but then my friend who's a lesbian came over to the bar at the restaurant we were at and said, I'm going to go to this bar. Do you want to come? And I was like, absolutely, why not? We got there and I was having so much fun. Everyone was so nice. The music was all like Renee rap and I was living my best life. Until one of our guy friends wanted to meet up with us and he comes into the bar for quite literally 2 minutes. Literally wanted to come in, say hello and leave. Girl approaches him pretty soon after he walks in and goes, what are you doing here? To be honest, I was a little taken aback because as a straight woman in a gay bar and also a straight woman who goes to a male gay bar, I've never felt like that before or been approached like that. The girl goes on to say, like, I've been coming to this bar for 10 years and blah, blah, blah. Basically, like, my friend didn't belong there. Now I get it. It's a gay bar for women. But the amount of very obviously flamboyantly gay men that were in that bar that were not being approached and yelled at was wild. And I'm just curious your thoughts on this, because I was like, I looked at her and I was nice until I wasn't. But the way she spoke to us, like, as a group, and I looked at her and I was like, he's with us, he's good. Like, she was not having it. She did not want him in that bar at all, and I get it. But, like, there's no rules against that. Unless there are, and I didn't see them. But we left soon after because we had already been there for a while, and he just literally came to say hello. But I'm just curious, like, are straight males not allowed to go to a lesbian bar? I'm genuinely curious. Like I said, this was my first time going to a legit lesbian bar. So please, enlighten me. I guess, like, he's probably never going to go back there again because it really wasn't worth the drama. But I just feel it was a little dramatic.
A straight woman walks into a lesbian bar. There's no joke about that. That's it. What are we all talking about? All right, so what do you think? First of all, I love that she's doing this whole thing while she's getting ready for work or some shit, right? You saw her, she's like, her cremita, and she's just like, okay, you know.
Yeah, if I said that story, I'd probably ruin my makeup. Okay. I have two kind of ways of thinking about this because, so if you go to the Eagle, the only one that's really allowed is FayWhat. Like, no chick is gonna be caught in there.
No.
You know, so you know, I don't remember cubbyhole that well, and I'm wondering if it calls for that kind of a crowd. But she's there with other girls, and then she said a lesbian bar. So I don't know. The story is unclear to me. Was it a lesbian bar or was it a gay bar? Okay.
Oh, so Cubbyhole is a lesbian bar, and it's not far from Henrietta Hudson's in Manhattan, and it's been there for like a million trillion years.
Yes.
I've gotten drunk there plenty of times. I've seen all kinds of representation there.
Okay.
You know.
Right.
And then, you know, how did they know that this man was straight when he walked in?
First of all, right. That's why I feel like there's parts of the story missing.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people are going to try to check you unless you're being belligerent. You know what I mean?
Or weird.
And you're weird.
Or
right.
weird. Because, I mean, again, there are some, you know, this is a safe space for LGBTQ, right? And so I get the woman's part that's kind of telling her, like, hey, you've got the whole world to be you, right? I need this space where I feel safe to be me without a straight man looking, you know?
Yeah, did he hit on somebody? Like, did he say some, like, you know, homophobic shit?
Yeah.
Like there is a sense of like ownership when it comes to the LGBTQ community with these bars. Like when you go to our house, like it's all straight girls.
It's all
and
straight.
Some people have a problem with it. They're like, my God, like, you know, enough of these like bridesmaids or whatever. Or these,
the bachelorette parties.
Right, the bachelorette parties.
Oh my God.
They're like, enough of this shit. Like, but it makes money, so it's still a safe place, and it's inviting to these types of people.
But we don't want people to treat us like that, right? No gays allowed, right? So like, how can we do that to them? Okay, and then, but I'm with you because, God, you have a great leg. Holy shit.
Do
wow,
I?
wow. Oh, hello. Wow. Sorry. I went to Johnson's one day. Again, another establishment that only FayWhat would say, hey, I want to go in, right? Like,
like if she was a bear, I wouldn't have work. She would take all my gigs.
All the gigs. I would take all the gigs, right? I love Johnson's. So if you don't know what Johnson's is, it's, you know, it's a strip bar and it's mainly for gay people, but it's not just for gay people. It's a strip bar. It's a male strip bar. And these guys are gorgeous. They do fucking Cirque du Soleil off the ceiling, you know, and they're hot as hell, right? They don't even take everything off, but they show everything. That's just, we'll leave it there, right? And so I've seen bachelorette parties there, right? That have come in a certain way and then they get belligerent and then, you know, then it's a bad time for the gay patrons that go there on an everyday basis and that's their safe space.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. I think that's why I feel like part of the story is missing. Now, let's just take it for what it is. If that's a real story, I'm very upset about that young lady who kind of made it a big deal, because the last thing I want to do is make anyone's experience a shit one, and the last thing I want to do is have straight people think that our experience is shit.
Yeah.
I want you to come and party, and all my best friends are my cousins, and they're all girls, and they're more like gay men than I am, kind of like you.
Yeah.
But we would be popping off, and if we see a straight person, we would just be inviting, and it's for the sake of their experience. But I also want them to be like, yo, gay clubs are the shit.
Yeah.
Like they're fun. You don't. There's no animosity when you go to a straight club. You can't walk and hit someone's elbow by accident without fighting.
No, you end up fucking.
Yeah, around here, around these parts. You're gonna take a dick, no?
But what you're saying, it's true. We want straight people to be an ally, right? Not be like these douchebags don't know how to treat us when we go into their space. We don't want that either. Because remember, there's more of them than there are of us. Okay, so we need them.
Yeah. Well, we don't need them.
We need them,
But we
John.
want them.
We need them, puppy.
We want them.
We need them.
Okay, we need them. Am I gonna get my ass kicked?
No, but I don't want you to, to go over the fact that it's a fucking election year. Things are crazy right now.
Yes.
And, if every straight person does not vote, it votes Trump-wise, we're fucked,
Yeah, which, to be honest, I think it's going to happen. But I still think that there's a rebellious side of us that are going to fight back. And we're still going to have these spaces. And, it's just like in the 1920s when Prohibition happened, like they were still pushing liquor, even though it was against the law. Like we're still going to be pushing like queer venues and events because we do need them. And we want them for the sake of having a life that is appropriate to our needs.
Yeah.
And I think that this unfortunate story, I think, was a mishap, and we're not getting the whole story.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that. I just feel like we're not getting
I think I
all
have to
the
agree
tea.
with you, right? Because, like, again, when there's drama, right, there's like 15 sides to the story.
Yeah, there's three. Yours, theirs, and the truth,
And
mama.
the truth.
Yeah.
And the truth is usually a little bit of A and B.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I hope they figure that out, okay?
Yeah.
The FayWhat Show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America, and Hotspots Magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 40 years. Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we're a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. So next at the FayWhat Show, we need to help my gay boys. Yes, I'm so happy that you're here for this one, all right? So in our segment called Dear Fay, I provide my expert lesbian knowledge and my vast experience as a living, breathing gay boy that has a vagina to help my fellow gay boys, all right?
Yes.
All right, so this week, Sobe Samuel sent me an email, okay? He says, "Hi, FayWhat and hot boy in bed." How did he know you were in bed?
I don't know. How to know it's a hot boy?
Hello. I'm in my early 30s and living in Miami Beach. It's already April and hot gay summer is approaching like a speeding train, but I don't feel like my body is anywhere close to where it needs to be. Hot gay summer for me means going to the various beach and pool parties, outdoor concerts, gay days, one magical weekend, Stonewall Pride, and then traveling to P-Town and Fire Island. All my friends have bodies that are close to perfection, and I don't want to stand out or be judged by them. My whole summer depends upon looking a certain way. It's been a stressful time with work, and it's been hard to get back on a regular workout schedule after the pandemic. Pandemic was like 4 years ago. I'm starting to panic. What should I do? Sobe Samuel, what do you think?
Get the fuck out of Miami. No,
Like you did. He just moved from Miami recently.
And like, this is a huge problem.
And so this is facts.
These are facts. These are facts.
This happens to gay boys.
And it even happens to bears. And it's a weird thing. I luckily have been able to move past it. I know people who don't.
Honey, but you moved past it because you look like that. That is kind of like some
seriously,
bullshit. It's hard being this hot.
I'm
Yes!
Look,
Quítatelo todo.
I used to be stacked. I used to be stacked, right? Like I had muscles and stuff. And like, look, I have a belly now. I got titties now. I'm okay with it. I'm still worried, right? I wish I had my abs back. I wish I had my chest back. But I'm in a place where like, if you don't like me for me, boo, bye.
It doesn't stop you from doing things.
No, man. I stopped hanging out with people who only saw me for my body instead of my brain. It's okay if you saw me for my cack, but it had to be a mix, right? Like, you can't be just after me just for the body. And I think when you travel in these cliques and you go to P-Town and you go to San Francisco and you go to Palm Springs and you go to, it's the same shit over and over again. And you have to get yourself out of it. Get yourself out of the city that bothers you in that regard, or fucking get to work and get your body right, because you can't have it both ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not motivated enough to go get those abs that you want, then get your mind right. So it's a mental and physical kind of exercise that you have to do. I refuse to go back to the gym and hit it hard again. so I had no choice and just say, yeah, I got to get my mind right. So I'm comfortable as I am. I have love handles. I'm 260 pounds. I am beefy.
You sexy as fuck.
Thank you, baby.
And I'm not the only one who thinks that, bro.
But if I became popular because I had a really good body, good according to the community, but I was done with that. I was so done with having to do it for them. I wanted to do it for me.
And that's the thing, exactly, right? If you're doing it for other people, then you're already fucking up big time, all right? So listen, Sobe Samuel, grinding in a sea of perfect, sweaty torsos on a hot summer night is a gay image as old as time, right?
Yep.
However, it's also one that can require a lot of fucking work, stress, and pressure that we put on ourselves to meet certain standards and expectation. Here's the thing about this unspoken rule that you have to be ripped and hot to fit in with a certain group. Almost everyone trying to meet those standards feels exactly the way you fucking do.
Yep.
My gay boys constantly share with me that they feel insecure, less than, and not good enough because of the way they look. Because they are still allowing themselves to be ruled by outdated thoughts of perfection that have followed gay men since the fucking dawn of time. The standard is an illusion. It's not real. There is no actual expectation written somewhere in the gay fucking Bible. It's up to each and every one of us to define and create a sense of self-worth and acceptance for ourselves and not give in to this culture. Unfortunately, those ripped bodies, what you see a lot today representing the gay culture, without knowing too many details about your personal life, I wonder if finding some other friends outside this particular friend group, right, who are connecting on things other than fucking hookups or validation or being attractive might be a healthier way for you to go. Not all gay men hold themselves to these standards. And if the whole summer depends on how you look, bro, you might want to talk to a therapist too.
Kudos, mama. Kudos,
right?
mama.
Because it's
Kudos,
the truth.
mama, for spilling.
He was just looking
Kudos,
with
mama.
that.
No, and you know what? Like, let me see your body. You probably already stacked. You're just in your head.
Yes.
Like, you probably already look good.
Well, and gay boys have that thing, that dysphoria shit, that you look in the mirror and you don't see how good you really are because your mind is so warped by what you think perfection is.
Yeah, body dysmorphia is real.
Eso.
Nah, kudos, mama, kudos.
Thank you. All right. Do you need good advice from this lesbian or from a gay boy? Send me an email to faywhat001@gmail.com, and maybe we will make your email part of our segment and help others in our community as well. All right. John, thank you so much for being on the show with me. What do you got going on this week? Oh my God, it's Miami Beach Pride this week.
It is. Yeah, I'm hitting Miami Beach Pride the best that I can. I'm gonna go off. I don't live there anymore, so it's kind of gonna be an interesting, kind of backwards, experience that I'm gonna have. But we always do when we see each other. We always do,
we're
popping.
always gonna have fun.
Like it has to be good. Who's gonna be there again? Billy Porter.
Billy Porter's like everywhere. Hasta en la sopa. Veo este señor, ¿verdad? Like I see him everywhere.
I saw him at Eagle. And we had this. So it was such an emotional moment. And I was like, why are we hugging at the Eagle right now? Like I see Billy Porter.
Can you imagine it? Imagine the Eagle. Okay. Imagine, I don't know if you can imagine the Eagle. Leather bar, lots of harnesses, a lot of leather, and then Billy Porter and John in the middle just hugging.
He's such a good person.
He's got great light.
Yeah.
He's got great light. So he's going to be part of Miami Beach Pride. I love that they added him. I was sad that Sasha Colby got taken off the roster. I really wanted to see that beautiful face, man.
Did you see the video I did? for her. So she has a music video called
Oh, I saw it! I saw it! That wig is like this motherfucker. You've got to follow him on Instagram, okay? One huge long name. It's just hysterical. This fool is like doing the catwalk in heels, dress, and wig. Like I was like, oh, he probably just slapped on the wig and just did it half-assed. No!
No, I really like
You went all out.
I had a makeup party. No, I'm kidding. No, but it was a production. But she saw it. She loved it.
Aww.
And so, yeah, I'm rooting for her, man. She's doing really, really good. So, yeah, it is sad that she's not going to be there.
So she won't be there. But we got Billy Porter. I'm actually going on Friday to, I'm going Friday to the VIP, the Miami Beach Pride VIP Beach Affair or whatever it's called. It's
the gala thing?
I guess it's like a gala, but it's on the sand, right? But it's Jessica Wilde is one of the presenters, and I love her.
Yes, I'm going to try to go.
Okay, her Boricua ass, I just freaking adore her.
I know, she's amazing. And especially the guacamole thing.
Yes. And that really hot white girl from like Frankie and Johnny. What's that? That old women? It's Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin.
Yes, Lily Tomlin.
Their daughter, that's the bitch.
Oh yeah,
she's also.
Oh, is
I
she?
don't know what the fuck her name is.
I
but
forgot
she's
her
hot
name
as
too,
hell.
bitch. But she's
but she's got like some weird like British name, like your husband. It's like Christopher Dolopolis, blah blah blah, the third. You know?
It's so stupid. His name is Chris Craig, bro. It's not even weird.
Like Thornsworth the third.
Yeah. Okay. You gotta be posh and royal for that shit.
Oh my God. Well, thank you, Jonathan, for being in bed with me. I love you, darling. I hope we can do this again. Dame un besito. Mwah! I adore you. Make sure that you follow him on social media. He is a freaking trip, I swear. So did you know that the Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square, which also houses Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church right here in Fort Lauderdale. We broadcast our Sunday service every week at 10:30 a.m. FayWhat Show, we love to bring you interviews with just incredible people from our community. And we've got a special treat for you, Dino Mosquera from the OUTshine Film Festival. We're going to be talking in Spanish. Vamos a hablar todas cosas OUTshine Film Festival hoy, ¿ok? So OUTshine es todo lo que quieres en un festival de cine, invitando y brillando. La misión de OUTshine Film Festival es inspirar, entretener y educar. Okay, fomentar un sentido de comunidad a través de películas, videos y otros medios internacionales y culturalmente diversos que ofrezcan perspectivas históricas sobre la experiencia LGBTQ. So outrageous that you can say that about OUTshine Film Festival. Outspoken, you can say that about OUTshine Film Festival. OUTshine Film Festival, the Miami edition, es el 18 de abril hasta el 28 de abril 2024 y la edición de Fort Lauderdale de OUTshine Film Festival empieza el 17 al 27 de octubre de este año también. Y estamos esta mañana con mi amigo Dino Mosquera. Okay, let me clap for you. Hey! Dino Mosquera is the board director and chairman of the screening committee for OUTshine Film Festival. Oye, ¿cómo se dice todo eso en español? ¿Que tú eres el qué?
Yo soy el director del comité que hace la programación.
La programación. So, básicamente tú y tu team tienen que ver todas estas películas, o mejor dicho, todas las películas que mandan para ser parte del Film Festival. Y con tu comentario y tu opinión, entonces escogen cuál película van a tener.
Somos un grupo somos todos voluntarios, para que entiendan.
Y you guys work so freaking hard.
Son todos voluntarios entre Dade County y Broward County. Tenemos hombres, mujeres, gay, lesbians, trans.
De todo un poco.
De todo un poco en el comité, y entonces recibimos las películas a lo largo de un año. Nos mandan a la plataforma, nosotros abrimos el periodo de inscripción, los cineastas y productores y directores nos mandan las películas, documentales, cortos,
dramas,
todo esto. Y de eso empezamos la selección para el de Miami, por ejemplo, que es ahora en abril. Empezamos en diciembre a ver todas estas películas.
Wow.
Te estoy hablando de que son como 300 películas.
Holy crap. ¿Y cuántas personas están en el board?
En el grupo que hacemos la selección, we are 20 with me, 19.
19 people.
Right, 19 people.
¿Y dividen todas las entries o qué?
Sí, yo hago eso es lo que me corresponde a mí. Entonces tenemos varios grupos. So we try to send some, women's films to women,
the women,
and to the trans members of the committee, because, somos latinos, un par de nosotros, pero la mayoría son hombres blancos, americanos, un poco más mayores. O sea, we have everything,
Of course.
we have everything. So, and that's the purpose. We're looking for, representative of the community.
Of all the letters. Of all the letters.
Right.
So, folks at home, let me begin by saying that this FayWhat show will be a bit different from usual shows, okay? Because you're hearing us speak Spanish and you're probably like, coño, what the hell happened to this TV set? No tienes mal puesto nada, no te preocupes, okay? You don't have to adjust your TVs. Just understand that this show is going to be in Spanglish, right? Because we are honoring all the Spanish and foreign films from Latin American countries today. Esas son las básicamente la película que vamos a hablar esta mañana.
Y una de las cosas que yo quiero aclarar que Spanglish, porque muchos de la audiencia quizás esté preguntándose por qué hacemos nosotros esto en Spanglish. Esto es un fenómeno muy típico, very, very typical of the South Florida area.
Yeah.
We all are, even within the Latin community, we are a rainbow, right? Somos diferentes, venimos de sitios diferentes. You were born in this country, you grew up in this country, speaking both.
Yeah.
I was born in Venezuela. I learned Spanish as a first language, and now I speak English. Y hay gente que que cambian todos los días. And when you move to South Florida from other areas, because I am a defender of speaking Spanish properly, okay?
He is.
I want to make sure that we do that. Pero when you move to South Florida, you can escape that the way that we speak. We switch from English to Spanish and back and forth all the time. And it's a serious thing.
Yes, no. And some older folks take that not the good way, they think it's a disrespect to the language. And I totally understand that, pero entiende que yo me crié en un mundo donde mis padres estaban aprendiendo inglés, ¿verdad? So ellos querían que nosotros todos hablaremos inglés solamente en la casa. So, ¿qué pasó? I didn't learn any Spanish. I didn't. I knew how to understand it. I knew what you were telling me, pero no sabía cómo responderte, right? So this Spanish that I have right now fue yo aprendiendo como adulta ya. Cuando Univision vino y me dijo, te queremos ofrecer un trabajo, pero muchacha, you have to learn some Spanish, right?
Y para mí es el contrario, ¿ves? Porque yo crecí hablando español 100%.
Yes.
Mis padres hablan español. Mi mamá no habla inglés. Mi papá habla inglés bilingüe, pero mi mamá solo habla español, que es una de las cosas que más me causa conflicto, pero cuando hablo con ella tengo que hablar completamente en español. Y hay muchas cosas que hoy en día yo sé, porque las aprendí aquí, que no sé cómo decirlas en español.
Y que no hay palabras para explicarlas también, no hay manera. Para nada.
Y es un, como decimos nosotros, es un arroz con mango.
Un arroz con mango. Completamente. So let me apologize to all the people out there, okay? Because I personally believe that Colombians and Venezuelans speak the best Spanish. Just don't kill me. Don't send hate mail, okay? At the bottom of that list is Puerto Ricans, and Dominicans. And those are the people I grew up with.
And Argentinians. And Argentinians.
And so that's what rubbed off on me. Después me vine a Miami, que es como little Cuba. Right? So all the Cuban kind of things se me pegaron también, which are not good.
And you are Colombian, Puerto Rican.
I am.
So you got the best and not so.
Well, Puerto Ricans are sexy AF. So
hey, you got
right.
You got lucky.
I got you there.
You got lucky.
I got you there. So vamos a hablar. We have to talk about your mom too. So Dino, el año pasado, right, hicimos este mismo show en español, en Spanglish, a donde hablamos de películas de países latinos, and it went pretty well. Y le gustó a tu mamá.
Mi mamá lo vio. Yo se lo envié porque yo lo pongo en Facebook. So my mom, which she could see my postings and all that, but they're all in English. So my mom doesn't understand. She sees my face. She likes everything that I'm in. Obviously, she loves me. Pero cuando lo vio en español y sobre todo cuando te vio, ella le gustan las niñas lindas como tú.
So that's so sweet.
So she was so sweet to tell me, oh my God, she's so great. I guess it's your energy that she saw.
Oh, that she felt all the way from Venezuela.
Yeah, and then she loved the show. She showed it to the rest of the family.
Ay, qué linda.
So, yeah, entonces una de las cosas que he hecho que mi mamá puede ver y que lo estoy haciendo en español. ¿Me entiendes?
Yes, yes.
Que es una cosa que a mí me enorgullece porque, bueno, quiero
es tu país, y tú eres súper orgulloso de ser latino, de ser un gay man de Venezuela. That's you. When I first met you, I didn't know how educado you were. He has all these freaking degrees. I love nerds. I try to surround myself with them, okay? I want to be the dumbest person in the room. You should do that too. You should meet my wife, right? Pero te digo que eso fue una de las cosas que it was like, oh wow, like he's really well-rounded y si habla tan bien y es tan orgulloso de su país,
Y de mi lengua.
De tu lengua.
Del español. Yo defiendo el español. Yo escribo en español mejor que lo que escribo en inglés, pero evidentemente es una cosa que el Spanglish me ha afectado a mí como le afecta a miles de latinos.
Negativamente, I'm sorry.
Bueno, I mean, yes.
I guess it all depends,
it all
you know
depends.
what I mean?
I think it makes us richer in a way, but yeah, it's something that I criticize Cubans a long time, but Cubans have more history than we do in this city. I mean, there are second and third generations of Cubans that live here. They were born and went to school here.
Yeah.
So there is no way they're going to speak Spanish like I do.
I know, but your Venezuelans are going to turn into that sooner or later because we have an influx of Venezuelans here.
We're going through that.
Yes,
right.
yes. So. Come one, come all. The hotter you are, the more we want you to come to Miami. Bueno, I'm really happy that your mom enjoyed the show. Señora, mandándote mucho saludo. Me encantaría un día ir a Venezuela a conocerte, all right? And I hope that this show comes out okay, all right? Okay, so, honestly, tú eres un gran amigo, and I adore you. So, y te digo que, sinceramente, I'm not comfortable doing a whole show in Spanish. I'm not. Pero porque es contigo, es un poco diferente. It's like I feel safe, right? So vamos a ver how I really kill the Spanish language. Vamos a empezar.
No, and it's cute.
Is it?
Yeah, it is cute. I mean, an accent is always an accent, right?
An accent's always sexy.
It's cute. Mm-hmm. When gringos speak Spanish, we love it because it's cute, it's endearing.
Yes.
Well, some of that accent comes through you, just so you know, in Spanish, just so you know. She has an accent.
Totally. I have an accent of a gringo. I swallowed a white gay man that learned Spanish.
And then it's a mix with Puerto Rican. Not so much cute Colombian, but a lot of Puerto Rican I hear in your accent. Right?
For sure. Okay, bueno, ahora sabemos de dónde todo salió. Okay? Let's begin with our first movie, Blue Lights, Luces Azules.
Oh.
Okay, nos viene de Argentina y esta pieza de desarrollo durante la celebración del 70 cumpleaños de Alejandro, donde amigos y familiares se reúnen para una noche inolvidable. There you go. Que redefinirá sus relaciones. A medida que los secretos surgen, las tensiones crecen y surgen verdades. Blue Lights explora the complexes de amor, la perdida, la amistad y la dinámica de las relaciones homosexuales y lesbianas en un mundo cambiante. These couples are super adorable, and the trailer made me want to watch it big time.
You should. This is the Latin film. This is new in our film festival. For this new edition in Miami, we're going with that Latin night. So we want to have a film for both men and for women.
And this is it.
This is the one for men. There is another one for women that we're going to talk about in a little bit. So este film viene de Argentina. un país al que yo adoro, que tiene una producción cinematográfica fantástica. Argentina siempre envía películas maravillosas. No, o sea, como todo, hay unas que son muy buenas, hay otras que no son tan buenas. Han ganado el Oscar en varias oportunidades y con razón. Esta película en particular es fabulosa. Es como una amalgama de relaciones. Refleja mucho lo que ocurre en nuestra comunidad LGBT. No tiene que ser en Latinoamérica,
No.
igual aquí es como cross-sectional. De varias generaciones.
Yes, for
de
sure.
varias generaciones.
Because Alejandro's celebrating his 70th birthday,
70.
but there's couples and family members, and they're all having drama when they reunite.
Hay
The
twins,
lesbian couple
hay
is. Yes.
una pareja lesbiana. There is a heterosexual couple that is going through their own conflicts. I mean, it's very Woody Allen in a
Okay,
way,
okay.
but don't take that the wrong way. I happen to love Woody Allen.
Yes,
I happen to love Woody
if
Allen.
you think of his directing and his cinematography, hay algo diferente de las películas de Woody Allen. So I understand your
but
reference.
it goes deep. So it goes deep, but in a very
Playful.
humorous way. So it really explored the things that each of them are going through in a very light way, but it's very deep. I mean, cuando te das cuenta de lo que están discutiendo y todos pasamos por eso, hay infidelidad, hay problemas de HIV, SIDA,
Y drama entre amigos, tú sabes que siempre hay.
La pérdida de una pareja, hay muchas cosas y todas colisionan en esa fiesta. Todo ocurre en una noche y lo hacen de una manera también, los diálogos son súper. Es increíble. A mí me encantó esta película. Me parece que es una cuestión que refleja también la madurez del cine latinoamericano.
Yes.
Que no solamente nos estamos viendo. Sí, hay uno de los niñitos que es el twin de la película.
Porque siempre hay una.
Hay uno que está divino. Y está divino. El tipo
The girls are cute too.
The girls are cute. The girls are cute too, but it's not so much based on, sex and sex appeal. It's based on, human relations.
Situations, cosas que pasan,
Exactamente.
especialmente cuando uno no ha visto unas amistades por años y años, ¿verdad? Y después se reúnen de nuevo. It's always like, what are they up to? Where's their man,
y cómo nosotros envejecemos como comunidad también,
Yes.
porque muchos de ellos están envejeciendo. Entonces, that's a serious issue that we deal with, especially in communities like ours, where we age, but we don't face it many times.
Yeah. Or we don't know how, because we don't have people with us that have aged as LGBT. We don't have that history.
Many of our community also was lost to HIV and AIDS.
That's
and
true.
then, they didn't get to live those all age, So it's very interesting how they dealt with that and how different generations see it a different way.
Yeah.
So I think it's fantastic, this film. There's going to be a film and there's going to be a party after.
Okay.
So there's going to be drinks. This is at the Silver Spot in downtown Miami.
Yes. So listen, first of all, lastly, quiero decir que the writing is wonderful, okay? Solamente vi como quizás un poco del principio de la película y vi el trailer. I love the writing in this film, right? For this gay, tú me puedes perder en 1 minuto y medio.
Right.
And I was captured instantly. So I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. Watch Luces Azules, Blue Lights. It comes on Saturday, April 20th, 2024 at 8 p.m. at Silver Spot Cinema. And that's all in downtown Miami. And that's going to be streaming April 29th through May 5th. All right?
Outshine at
So
home.
make sure that you do that. Outshine at home. Seguimos con All the Silence. Todo el silencio, ¿ok? Miriam tiene 2 pasiones en la vida: enseñar lenguaje de señas y actuar en un grupo de teatro. Como Coda, un hijo de un adulto sordo que vive con su novia sorda que no usa el lenguaje de señas. Sin embargo, cuando la propia Miriam comienza a perder la audición, se niega a enfrentarse a un futuro en el que sus pasiones pueden no ser sostenibles. Miriam has 2 passions in life: teaching Mexican Sign Language and acting in a theater group. And as a Coda, a child of a deaf adult who lives with her deaf girlfriend who doesn't use sign language, her hearing is paramount to her experiences. Yet, Miriam herself begins to lose her hearing. She refuses to confront a future in which her passions may not be sustainable anymore. ¿Qué crees de esta película?
Esta película viene de México, otro país que es maravilloso y que hace cine que está creciendo y madurando de una manera increíble. México está mostrando que is dealing with serious issues
Yeah.
and serious issues that, as you know, the Latin American view on LGBT issues is sometimes timid, sometimes biased, and sometimes it's not always reflecting of what's going on.
Yeah.
And but this movie shows something so critical that we don't always deal with, and is discapacity. I mean, the fact that people that are deaf in our community and how they are dealing with this
And how they are treated.
and how they're treated
And how they navigate normal life.
how do they meet their partners
Yes.
too? Porque en este caso las actrices son fabulosas. Una de ellas, por cierto, es muy conocida, la novia de ella. Lo interesante de esta película, para empezar, es que deals with the... Esa es una palabra que no sé cómo decir en español.
¿Cómo?
Deal.
Oh, okay.
Deal. I'm like, how do you say that? Trata
sobre,
right, de different types of deaf mute in the community.
Yeah.
Some people are learning sign language. Some
And
people
some
are
don't.
reading. Some people
And some just read lips. Yes.
Some people just just have certain level of
hearing, yeah.
which is the case in the main
With
in
Miriam.
Miriam. And
Algunos nacieron así, otros le pasó, como adultos. So,
hay uno
they're
de
all
ellos,
different.
they're all different, y está sobre todo en el caso de ella, porque ella es una actriz de teatro, donde todo el mundo puede escuchar
Yeah.
y puede hablar, y ella es hija de una persona que es sorda, y creo que también su tía, creo que dice en la película, pero ella empieza a perder su sentido auditivo.
Wow,
Entonces
¡qué miedo, Dios
y
mío!
entonces ella entra en un pánico, y entonces como entra en una negación también, ¿me entiendes? Entonces la pareja de ella, la persona con la que ella vive, ella es sorda, pero no hace... Además, Miriam es profesora de lenguaje con señas. La pareja se rehúsa a aprender a hablar con señas.
So, entonces, ¿cómo se van a comunicar con
Ella le lee los labios a ella, pero entonces Miriam empieza a perder la audición, entonces no puede escuchar lo que le está diciendo la novia.
No, my God.
Está de madre.
Wow. Es que es que yo ni puedo imaginarme no poder comunicarme con mi esposa. Hay veces que me encantaría no comunicar con mi esposa, but you understand what I mean. Lo más que me gusta de esta película es que encontraron actores sordos and advisors also that are deaf.
Oh, no,
like they went full-fledged on this.
Oh, no, uno de los actores principales es completamente sordo. Hay una mujer que también se mete en el cuadro, porque es lo mismo, como la película anterior que estábamos hablando, una mesa, están celebrando un cumpleaños de ella precisamente, de la que es la pareja de Miriam, y todos tienen diferentes niveles de audición. Hay una que pueden hablar, escuchar sin problema alguno, pero aprendió señas cuando estaba pequeña.
Oye, pero qué mezcla. That's an arroz con mango right there, so
sí,
okay?
No, y está increíble, porque nosotros nunca consideramos eso.
Yeah, of course
porque no nos afecta, ¿me entiendes? Entonces, y yo creo que es tan importante porque nosotros como comunidad también tenemos un porcentaje de la población que también sufre de esta discapacidad.
Y tenemos una obligación to include them. Okay?
Exacto, y de la manera que ellos lo hicieron, además de que una manera muy artística, la Ciudad de México es un sitio fascinante.
Oye, México te manda muchas películas.
No, increíble.
Like some amazing ones. Wow. Okay, watch All the Silence, Todo el Silencio on Saturday, April 20th at 8:15. It's going to be streaming also April 29th through May 5th. Okay, so that's going to be a good one. This next one, okay, yo no sé si voy a dormir por una semana después de ver esta mierda, para que sepan, okay? Sorry, señora. Okay, Mamantula.
Mamantula.
Mamantula you.
Because mamantula is, de mamar.
Got it.
Si vemos una araña desde lejos, nos parecen insignificantes. Si nos acercamos un poco más, pueden ser peligrosas. Y si las vemos de bien cerquita, son preciosas.
Hay algo en todo esto que no me gusta nada. No quiero que se filtre ningún detalle hasta que tú y yo saquemos algo en claro, ¿vale? La autopsia muestra esto. Veneno de tarántula en cantidades inimaginables. En el pene.
¿A dónde queréis llegar?
¿Y si tampoco fuese un animal? ¿Podría ser algo sobrenatural? ¿O extraterrestre?
Tú ves.
I know.
He's so dirty. I didn't think that.
No, because it's a combination of mamar y tarántula.
And tarantula, like a spider.
Right,
okay?
so it's mamántula.
Ugh. Okay, ¿de dónde es esta película?
De España.
De España. All right. Los asesinatos terribles y sangrientos crean pánico en la comunidad queer. Un asesino está suelto y nadie está a salvo. ¿Ok? Humorística y provocativa, cada uno de los amantes de Mamántula es víctima de su hambre por la sangre y el semen. Yes, you heard me right, all right? Dreadful and gory killings create panic in the queer community, coming all the way from
España.
España. All right, please tell me about a semen-thirsty monster.
and a daddy.
And
a hot daddy on
you
top
better
of that.
watch who you meet on Grindr and scruff people. Okay,
I know,
tell us.
When you go out to Ramrod or Eagle.
I'm saying when you go to Ramrod and it's, pig dance, right? And you're like, hey, he might be like a killer.
No, because he's the hottest daddy. It's the hottest.
Está lindísimo el tipo.
It's very hot. It's a hot, very, very Spanish, very hairy, hot. The guy is hot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but it's a messed up concept.
situation porque le puede pasar a cualquiera, lo
no,
sabes.
y es muy gráfico.
Y es gráfico, así sangriante, like that.
No, y sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we like.
We like that. We're good for that.
Yeah, but it's what we call out of the box concept. So we always try to have like a movie that, is like, doesn't follow the same, it's very out of the box. It's very unique in the concept. And it's camp. It's very camp. Que en español se diría, no sé.
Campi.
No, en español no se dice eso, se diría como
Ay, como divertido,
como maricona.
Oh, okay, would it be that? Okay. Oh, I love that.
Sí, entonces.
That's using that word in a good way. You see?
In a good way, right. Entonces es como una película que además que muestra la fascinación en la comunidad, tienen sexo en lugares públicos.
Yes.
Y las víctimas se desintegran.
You see, next time you have sex in that back alley, you might want to think twice. Dime de Ian de Sosa. Dime de él. Isn't he the director of the movie?
Sí, pero yo no sé de
I think he's given you some movies before, though. I thought he did, pero look him up.
No, pero esta película no es muy larga, para que sepan. Estamos acompañando con otro corto.
Okay.
Porque no es
pero ¿qué corto? How long is it?
90 minutes.
That's a short film to you?
I mean, it's not
Oppenheimer with 3.5 hours que me ha tomado 4 veces para tratar de ver esa película. No voy a verla. I'm done. I quit.
I can't believe you. I
quit.
I've seen it twice, completely, all 3 hours.
Hey,
okay?
I'm busy having sex. I can't. It's long. 3 hours plus. Es que, ¿para qué? ¿Qué hay necesidad? ¿Qué pasó con las películas que eran 1 hora y media y 2 horas?
Right. No, I hear you.
I'm good. I'm good for 1.5. Listen, I'm not going to sleep well after this movie. So I'm glad that it's shorter.
Right.
Because it's going to stay on my mind for a lot longer than 1.5 hours, Dino.
It does. No, it did to me, too. And it makes me think twice when, when you hook up. I tell you, girl.
I'm just saying. Man, that made you think twice. Y después se lo olvidó.
Pa' la pinga.
Right? Y después para la pinga. Okay, how do I say it? Mamántula. Es que te dije que no, mamántula. Mamántula, Saturday, April 27th at 9:30 p.m. at the Regal South Beach. Make sure that you go on out and watch it there. All right, next up, Power Alley. All right, I know this is from Brazil,
De
Uruguay,
Brazil.
Brazil. Okay, and Power Alley, Levante. Okay, that's the title of it, correct?
In Portuguese. In Portuguese.
Ah,
Right.
and in Portuguese, Levante.
Levante.
That's not really how I would say. All right. So, Sofía, un joven talentosa, vive en un humilde suburbio. Es que tú tienes esos labios para hacer eso. Suburbio.
Y es una joven.
Una joven.
Porque ella es
Suburbio.
Suburbio.
All right. Brasileño donde reinan los valores conservadores, right? Conservadores. Okay.
Conservadores.
All right. Cuando se nota su talento para el voleibol, tiene la oportunidad de tener una vida diferente completamente. Pero después de que algunas noticias inesperadas ponen su futuro en peligro, ella encuentra apoyo en su equipo de voleibol. All right. Juntos somos poderosos is their line. All right. So this girl has talent at playing volleyball, right? And she's able to maybe play professionally. And unfortunately, can I say it? Can I say what happens?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, she finds out she's pregnant. Right? And so, unfortunately, this right here changes the whole scheme of what her future might look like. Estas oportunidades no pasan todos los días, right? So now what does she do? Pero también vive en un pueblo super conservative, right?
A ella le dan una beca.
Okay.
O sea, el equipo es muy bueno. So she's doing very well. And then she gets a scholarship to go to Chile. Okay? So as she's getting that news, she also gets the news that she is pregnant. Y como todos los países latinoamericanos, me duele decirlo porque, bueno, porque así somos, con mayor o menor nivel de progresismo, de liberalismo, we all have, abortion is a very significant issue here and
everywhere.
Even more so there. So, esta película muestra cómo la sociedad latinoamericana básicamente, o sea, se quiere apoderar de tu vida, la vida de las mujeres, la decisión de las mujeres.
Hecho por un hombre. How beautiful.
Exacto, pero el hombre no tiene ningún tipo de consecuencia. La consecuencia recae sobre una niña que además es menor de edad, porque ella es menor de edad. Okay?
Claro, sí.
These girls are in high school. They're in high school. So she has a girl. I mean, they all. It's very lesbo because the team is very, they're butch girls.
Yeah, we play volleyball. I used to love watching the volleyball team. Qué linda.
Yeah, no, and it's very multicultural within Brazil, which Brazil is one of the most mixed countries in Latin America. So
todos los colores tienen allá.
Todos los colores. And she's mulata, I guess you could say. And she has a white girlfriend. And then they're going through this. Porque ella sabe de la noticia y quiere hacerse un aborto.
Yeah.
Pero una vez que va a la clínica, allí empezó todo. Porque una vez que se enteró la clínica que estaba embarazada, la empezaron era una tortura básicamente para que ella no abortara.
Oh my God, Dios mío.
Y ella con la presión de que tenía que aceptar la beca para ir a Chile y
o quedarse y tener el niño y
además la pareja, o sea, tenía la novia también. So she goes with the father, which is trying to help her, but it's almost impossible. It's a cruel representation of what conservative society does sometimes.
Yeah.
That is not trying to protect our, the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Is just trying to impose their values on them.
Poor little girl that has a full future ahead of her, And I know it's a story, but it's something that so many of us can relate to. The possibility of just being able to do something that will further your life in a different way, right? You're not ready to have this child, para tener esta criatura, right? Anyway, okay, por favor, vayan a ver la película, okay? So it's Watch Power Alley, Levanta, and that's Friday, April 19th at 9:45 p.m. at the Silver Spot Cinema in downtown Miami. I love that cinema.
It's wonderful.
Like, it's so beautiful. Dios mío, it's like futuristic.
And the quality of the audio, the sound, the screen, the video, the quality of the food. They serve food and a full bar too.
Yeah.
They have a lounge outside where we're gonna have our parties. It's a great venue.
I love it. The parking es facilito.
The parking is easy.
Cuando uno piensa, ¿verdad? De downtown Miami, Mejor dicho, cuando uno piensa de Miami, ¿verdad? Uno piensa, ay, el parqueo me va a costar $1,000 y cómo va a ser y no voy. Eso no es el caso cuando tiene que ver con el OUTshine Film Festival en Miami Edition. Ese parqueo, esa simplemente was lovely.
Y tenemos una tarifa especial para el festival, para que la gente pueda estacionar allí y al cruzar la calle del cine.
Right there. Listen, I'm in heels and I could just cross the street with no problem. All right. Next up, The Shadow of the Sun.
¿Quién te dijo a ti que yo canto? Ah, ¿me escuchaste? Tú a mí me escuchaste.
Diga.
¿Aún tocas batería? ¿O por qué?
Chamo, que ya son 6, 7 años que yo no toco ese bajo.
¿Y qué? ¿Ahora tú quieres ser cantante? A estas alturas del partido.
¿Qué vas a hacer con tu vida, Leo? ¿Quedarte aquí para siempre?
¡Tenemos nosotros! ¡Esta vaina!
¿Cómo te llamas, mi rey?
Leo.
Leo, ¿de dónde vienes?
De Venezuela.
La sombra del sol de tu país, de Venezuela, baby. En la ciudad venezolana de Arequipa.
Acarigua.
That sounds like a limbet, like something you lick.
Is that right?
It's okay. La sombra del sol es la historia de dos hermanos pobres que sueñan con una vida mejor. Leo, un trabajador de la fábrica, esclaviza día tras día, mientras que Alex, su hermano menor, sordo y cerrado, soporta burlas maliciosas de sus compañeros. Cuando se enteran de un concurso de música con un premio en efectivo que podría sacarlos de la pobreza, Alex hace una propuesta. ¿Ok? Escribirá la canción si Luis, que tiene una hermosa voz, la canta. Ellos intentan ganar el concurso y cambiar su vida para siempre.
Esta película, como tú bien dijiste, viene de Venezuela. Es la nominada de Venezuela para los premios Oscars.
They're adorable, these two. They really are. And you believe that this guy is like a slave to that damn fabric place, you know?
And the older brother is like the antithesis of what being, you know, is the macho.
The macho, yeah.
Brood, little homophobic, and not homophobic. He is
machista.
Very machista and kind of like a bully to others, but protect his little brother. And the little brother has not come out. They lost their parents early on, and esto ocurre en el llano venezolano, okay, lejos de Caracas.
Okay. So it's like a slum, like a little pueblo.
Ellos viven en un pueblito en el medio del país, en el estado portuguesa, para si quieren tener esta referencia. Y es las relaciones de él, del niño pequeño que es sordomudo, como tú dices. No, él se relaciona con otros, evidentemente conoce a uno con el que se interesa, ¿no? Entonces, pero él está tratando de, él tiene a pesar de que es lo que hace, trabaja en una panadería, hace pan, básicamente, but he's trying to, he likes to write songs, and he finds this, for comparison, it's kind of like American Idol, Venezuelan style. Okay. So, and he is trying to put together a band with the help of his brother, who used to play the guitar, apparently, and some other people in the community that have different instruments, so that he wrote the lyrics, and he's trying to put these songs together to compete. The final is in Caracas. And it's so weird because this movie, not only because I know I'm biased because I'm Venezuela, Venezuelan and I love Venezuela, but it brought back so many memories. And in fact, some of the scenes are places where I used to go when I used to go to school, to the university. I used to take my public transportation from that in the center of Caracas. It's so well made. It's so beautiful. Don't take it from me just because I'm Venezuelan. It's a great film. It's won international film festivals in Spain and
like you said, it's going to the Oscars for Venezuela, so you know it's gonna be a good film, right? Watch the trailer at OUTshineFilm.com. It's enticing. Me gusta.
Es muy linda. Yo sé que mucha gente aquí en Miami que son venezolanos van a identificarse con ella porque es el struggle. Es un struggle of people that want to succeed, that wants to do better. And, it has a great message at the end.
Okay.
Just have to
do they win? Watch it, all right? Watch The Shadow of the Sun, La Sombra del Sol, Saturday, April 20th, 2024, a las 6 de la tarde. That's at 6 p.m. Streaming April 29th through May 5th, okay? But if you're going to go see it in person, there's just something about being in the theater, right? The smell, the popcorn, the energy, right? Go to Silver Spot Cinema.
And Venezuelans will be there.
And Venezuelans are hot. And there's a lot of Venezuelans in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of Venezuelans there. So if you're into Venezuelans, you know who I'm talking. You, especially you. Cal, I'm talking to you. You like Venezuelans. I expect for you to be over there. Finally today, let's talk about the Men's Spotlight film, okay? Fly. Que yo te llame y yo digo, oye, este Fly no lo puedo encontrar.
Oh my God.
No sabía que era un acronym para algo más. No sabía que era F.L.Y. I was just like, maybe they remade the Fly, right? I was here for it, okay? So Fly comes out of the U.S. when two ex-boyfriends, Max and Rafael, who haven't seen each other in 5 years, reunite. The COVID pandemic hits and they're forced to quarantine together. In the years that have passed since they last saw each other in New York, Max has built a new life in Los Angeles working as a freelance editor. Max has spent most of his free time with his new boyfriend, Hunter, who's a fitness instructor. Of course he is. While Rafael has been rebuilding his identity as a non-binary human who's excited to explore the art of drag with hopes of becoming a drag superstar. Fly celebrates living your truth and trusting the journey. Me encanta. I mean, this is another one that I sat through the first half of it and I was just like, oh my God, this is so great. It's just, and you can relate to it. Dos ex-novios stuck together during quarantine. Yo sé que eso le pasó a un montón de ustedes, okay? And I can't even imagine.
No, and it's one of those films that, one of the few films that we have received from the pandemic, which,
I expected more films to come out of that.
Right? And I know
or with that storyline.
Right, but yeah, I guess it was traumatic in many. I mean, it was traumatic.
Sí.
Para todo el mundo, no solamente para hacer esta película,
Claro.
pero para todo el mundo. But it reflects a lot of that angst. La ansiedad que pasamos mucho durante la pandemia. Pero ellos se conocen en New York primero, estos dos, Max y Rafael. Y después, pasados los años, se reencuentran en West Hollywood. It's very West Hollywood in a way. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing.
Pero as they reunite, la pandemia empieza.
And then they're stuck with each
Y
other.
el otro, Rafael, que está llegando, porque está llegando a Los Ángeles, no consigue dónde quedarse. Él tiene sueños de, no es American Idol en este caso, pero es RuPaul's Drag Race. Él quiere competir en RuPaul's Drag
He wants
Race.
to be a superstar, una superestrella de drag,
Right,
¿verdad?
and the reason we are including this film as a Latin and a Spanish
please.
is because of Rafael.
Okay.
Rafael is a character, a very unique character, who is actually, I think he's the producer of the film, very talented Puerto Rican actor. And I think, because during the pandemic, he's communicating with his folks back in Puerto Rico from LA. And he's very realistic, not only because he's Puerto Rican, his folks are Puerto Ricans. And you can tell. I mean, I
And you can tell by the accent.
I can tell.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can tell too. But it's not just because a lot of times they make you believe that this guy is not even.
Yeah, he's Mexican and he's
Right.
playing a Boricua,
Right.
and it's like, ¿cómo pasó eso?
he's
It's so
American.
different.
He's
you know?
American with no, but he looks Latino.
He looks like he's a little brown.
Right.
He looks like Dino. Just put him in.
No, we know. Okay, we know it right away. No, it's good because not only because they're very attractive, but they're good. They're exploring different issues, and he's non-binary.
And he wasn't non-binary. He didn't know that he was non-binary when they were first initially junto, right?
Correcto.
Okay.
And then
What a journey.
Right, I know. So Rafael is going through all this, while Max is, he knew him different when they dated.
Claro, y tiene Hunter también, que está con él ahora.
Hunters look a lot like this.
Like hottie bodybuilder, for real?
A hottie bodybuilder.
Well, imagínate, but he's a fitness instructor, so of course he does, right?
And they all, and Max is also, he's taking classes from Hunter.
I bet
Hunter
he is.
hot.
I bet he is. What kind of classes is he taking?
I know.
Las ofrecen acá.
So they're all going through this, and Hunter's also has issues with his family. While they are basically confined to this house, this fabulous house in West Hollywood.
En West Hollywood.
And going through the pandemic.
Coño, pero yo creía que ellos estaban en un estudio. Tú sabes que yo tenía amistades que estaban sequestered, estaban quarantining en un estudio, 3 personas. That's hard. En una casa lujosa en West Hollywood.
No, because this is hard to believe, but Hunter is house sitting for this gay couple. They go on a cruise, and I guess it was that first cruise that
got stuck out there.
And they got stuck for weeks, and they couldn't come back. So
Qué storyline that he added. But again, reality. Eso le pasó a gente.
Yeah, seguro. Seguro.
So, wow, for sure. Okay, so watch Fly Saturday, April 27th at 7 p.m. at Regal South Beach, okay? Mi amor, Dino, gracias por estar conmigo on the FayWhat show. On the FayWhat show. Ya se me olvidó cómo se llamaba mi propio show. ¿Deseas decirle un mensaje a nuestra familia LGBTQ latino sobre OUTshine Film Festival?
Seguro.
¿Y qué los tiene disponible para ello?
Seguro, yo quiero que la gente se entere que nosotros estamos haciendo este esfuerzo, que es un esfuerzo comunitario para nuestra comunidad también, para que sepan que nosotros también estamos representando a la comunidad latina en el festival.
Y te vemos
Seguro.
y te representamos en estas películas.
Y estamos representando a todo el espectro de nuestra comunidad, ¿ok? Gay, lesbianas, transgéneros, personas con discapacidades, bueno, de todos los colores, de todos tenemos.
And I love that addition.
Sí,
I love that
y
addition.
es importante porque un festival de cine tiene que representar a la comunidad.
Yes.
Ok, entonces lo que necesitamos también es la participación de la comunidad,
Claro.
porque no puede ser que siempre tengamos la misma demografía
Claro.
en el festival. Nosotros hacemos este festival para la comunidad y queremos que la comunidad lo disfrute.
Yes.
Tenemos varias opciones, por supuesto en español también, para que mucha gente, sabemos que muchos de nosotros también somos bilingües, ¿ok?
claro.
So, en la comunidad. So, a lot of like Fly is mostly in English, okay? But
yeah.
then there is Spanish there too.
And we have subtitles and a million kind of subtitles
Correct.
also.
I mean, just so you guys know, the people that are watching us, we are used to reading subtitles as a second nature. If you come from Latin America, reading subtitles...
That's how I learned some Spanish, actually. Me ayudó mucho.
A mí también en inglés. Yo
Yes.
aprendí inglés leyendo subtítulos cuando veía Seinfeld.
Oh my God. Para mí eran las películas.
No, para mí era-
Betty la Fea taught me a lot.
Really? No, I learned English watching Seinfeld.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Seinfeld with subtitles.
That's it, but that's how you learn. But don't be, que no tengan miedo de ir al cine. That's what Dino's also trying to say. This is so inclusive, pero te queremos ver el culo en esos asientos.
Claro.
Because it's for us, it's to us, it's about us, right? Cuando uno piensa, es que it's done in such a lujoso kind of way that it makes you think that it's unaffordable. It's super cheap. You're able to go see a movie and have a nice night out with someone you love, or maybe meet someone there that you might love for the night. I'm just saying.
No,
There's something for everyone.
Tenemos fiestas, eventos sociales relacionados con muchas de estas películas. Tú vas a ver la película y después sales, te tomas unos tragos,
Yes,
la
have some food.
discutes con tus amigos,
Yep.
conoces gente.
Yep.
es una experiencia social.
Claro.
Ya salimos de la pandemia, estamos de nuevo yendo a los teatros, a los cines, entonces esta es una oportunidad para que podamos compartir en la comunidad con nuestros amigos y podamos disfrutar de algo de calidad y además de que te da la oportunidad de socializar, cosa que todos queremos, ¿no?
Listen, let me tell you something. Hundreds of movies are sent in every year, and only the cream of the crop make it to the film festival itself, you know? So understand that, and that it takes a whole year to put something like this together. This is not just thrown together, here, watch this. That's not how it works, you know? And so also for folks at home, maybe you're not comfortable going to a theater yet. No problem. OUTshine at home has it all for you right there too. Pay one price and then you get to watch what movies that you want to see. And that is it's just, you know, you're really catering a todo el mundo.
Claro.
No hay razón to not see an incredible movie. And some of these, I mean, most of these movies, I'm blown away by just the reality, the writing, the beauty. Hay unos hombres hermosos en esto.
No.
I question my sexuality de vez en cuando.
I know you do.
De vez en cuando.
Shame on you.
It happens. It happens. It happens.
I you know, and not just the movies in Spanish or Portuguese, but there is movies from everywhere.
Yeah.
We have movies from Ukraine, from Georgia, from many other countries, even in Africa, in Asia. So the options are, there's so many different backgrounds. Realities. We are a big community. We reflect the realities of our communities in other places. So we have movies for every taste.
You really do.
So you go to OUTshineFilm.com for the program.
Yep.
We have the opening, like I said, April 18 with the movie Turtles.
Yes.
And
I'll be there for that. So come watch.
It's a fantastic film. And we have a centerpiece later on from the UK, wonderful film, very sexy, called Sebastian. And our closing film is from Italy.
Okay.
It's called Mascarpone.
Like the cheese? I love mascarpone cheese.
Mascarpone, Rainbow Cake. It's a sequel of a film that we closed with a few years ago and won the festival. So it's many options, many different options. Please check it out, OUTshineFilm.com.
And if you type in lo que te guste, aparecen las películas que lo tienen.
Exacto.
Te digo, I was like, vagina. Y ahí salió un montón de lesbian films. I'm not even lying. I'm just saying, tienen un poco para todo el mundo.
Tenemos documentales también.
Documentary, de todo. There's even one like with no dialogue. You have so many things going on. Oh my God.
Pandola.
And also, oh my God, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. His first movie after transitioning.
Oh yeah, Elliot.
We also have Elliot Page's
Close to You.
Close to You, okay?
Yes.
So we're going to be talking about Close to You and all the women's films. I'll be having Jen Chris also in bed with me coming up next week, and we'll be talking about all the women's films. So we'll get to that too. Antes de dejarte ir, I want to say thank you to Joe. I want to say thank you to Mark. I want to say thank you to your whole entire board. Your board is just incredible. They're so passionate about what they do, and it shows in the movies that you choose and how you treat everyone when they come through the door. Everyone feels like a superstar. You go to one of these places that you get a picture, you get some food, you get a drink. You're like, oh, look at me. They know I'm FayWhat. But then I turn around and everybody else is being treated that way.
There's a red carpet.
As it should be.
Yeah. So,
as it should be.
Yeah, no, we appreciate the exposure, the opportunity, so that we can tell our community through your show, so that this is happening.
Yep.
And we count on people, not just the people in Miami-Dade County, also from Broward, Palm Beach County, come down to Miami, and in October come down to Fort Lauderdale, so that we'll repeat this again in October.
Completely. And for you partiers out there, está bien cerca de space. Ya.
That's right. That is right.
Just saying, the rest of you are like, ¿qué? Space? The Miami edition of the OUTshine Film Festival is April 18th through the 28th, 2024. Fort Lauderdale OUTshine will be at the end of the year in October, from October 17th through the 27th, 2024. Get all the info at OUTshineFilm.com. Miami empieza el 18 de abril hasta el 28. Y today la información en OUTshineFilm.com. Todas las redes sociales también tienen toda la información si lo necesita. Right? All right. Gracias, mi hermano, Dino. Thank you so much. I adore you.
Gracias a ti.
Can you take me to visit your mom?
Yes, definitely when she comes next time, for
I
sure.
have to.
Yes.
Vamos a cenar. Una arepa. Una arepa. I'll even eat a Venezuelan one instead of a Colombian one. I'm okay with that.
Y traje a Teresa.
And I'll bring Teresa #mycuban.
There you go.
Dino Mosquera, board director and chairman of the screening committee for OUTshine Film Festival. We love you. We adore you. We will see you at the theater. So that's the FayWhat show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much to Jonathan Casañas for joining me in bed. He is just so yummy. Oh my God. I am really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. It's often hard for us girls, but if we believe we're one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q plus. We open the show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ plus community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity because it's what makes us so damn strong. Until then, make sure you follow me on all social media outlets, Facebook, IG, TikTok, YouTube, and follow FayWhat. And since you're always on the go, you can listen to The FayWhat Show wherever you listen to your podcast at. Just search The FayWhat Show. So until next Monday World at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand, I am FayWhat! And I'm #thatgirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay!
Rainbows, gay boys, #thatgirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl, the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #thatgirl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat Show. Get the week started with me.